Sharon tells Phyllis she didn't kill Heather, and Victor gives Cole a Christmas miracle. Nikki and Victor look at their Christmas tree at the ranch. She informs him that the property is the best Christmas present he could have given her. Victor tells his wife she deserves this and more as they embrace. Cole and Claire enter while they are sharing a kiss. They are experiencing the holiday spirit, she teases. Happy Christmas Eve to them, Nikki wishes. YNR Nikki. Mariah and Faith have come to Sharon's house to learn more about the hypnosis session. Sharon shares her breakthrough with them, saying, "I recognized. I don't believe I murdered Heather." She clarifies that night, there was another person in that apartment. She has recollected bits and pieces. When she passed away, Heather was across the room from her. She heard her fall and scream. She felt a gloved hand shove her onto the couch as she recalled someone being close by. She was having trouble staying conscious. Faith and Mariah find this to be incredible. It will still be a difficult fight, Sharon warns. They have nothing to prove. Faith and Mariah embrace their mother after declaring a Christmas miracle. Michael has told Lauren what Sharon recalled from her hypnosis session at Society. Can he use this in court? Lauren asks. According to Michael, it's a break but not conclusive evidence. They must learn the truth about what actually transpired that evening. Lauren can see that her spouse is really motivated. Michael hopes that this lessens Sharon's sense of guilt. The investigation's focus is being shifted to the actual murderer. When Phyllis shows up, she asks, "The actual murderer? What is the intended meaning of that?" Although he acknowledges that he is a poor replacement for their daughter, Cole tells Nikki and Victor at the ranch that he appreciates their invitation. They all talk about Victoria's illness. Claire tells Victor that Johnny and Katie will visit in the morning but have parties with friends. Victor leads her into the sitting area. As they serve drinks, Victor tells their granddaughter that they are glad she has returned. To her first Christmas with the Newman family, he raises a toast. Cole asks to speak, explaining that this holiday used to mean little to him but now that he had a daughter, it means everything. He is enamored with Claire. "The brightest light in my life is you." Victor smiles as they give each other a hug. That is worthy of a cheers. Claire expresses gratitude to everyone for their love and support. She has a loving family and a true home at last. She feels as though this is her first actual Christmas. Claire pulls out a family portrait of the 5 of them as a present for her grandparents. They have given her a life she never thought imaginable, she tells them. Nikki and Victor give her a hug. YNR Nikki. Lauren informs Phyllis that they don't want to argue with her at Society. According to Phyllis, Sharon is the true murderer and must pay a price. This was Sharon's doing. She's fed up with them apologizing and feeling sorry for her. She wants Daniel and Heather to get justice. According to Michael, pursuing justice is acceptable. Lauren assures her that she has good reason to be angry. According to Michael, Sharon has no control over what happens to her. "The hell it is," yells Phyllis. She is making an effort to keep her family united. Lucy is spending her first Christmas without her mother. "Stop defending a killer," she yells. She worries that Michael is planning something to rescue her. According to Michael, things are more complicated than she believes. Mariah and Faith are constantly expressing their relief at Sharon's house. They summarize how Nick persisted in seeking clarification and found that the pills were contaminated. Nick gives Sharon credit for agreeing to be hypnotized. Faith and Mariah fear that she might have also been harmed by the murderer. Sharon concurs that it's unsettling. She's simply relieved that she recalled everything. Nick laments that the true murderer is still at large. Who knows what they have planned next, Faith thinks. Mariah inquires as to if Sharon may recall any information on the murderer. Although she doesn't, she is concerned that Daniel should be aware of this in case a new investigation is started. The murderer has not been apprehended. They won't inform them tonight, according to Nick. It would be perplexing and distressing considering this is their first Christmas without Heather. For the time being, they must leave them alone. Phyllis shouts in society that Sharon ran Heather off the road, killed her, and framed her son. This, Michael responds, is debatable. Lauren begs Phyllis to have faith in Michael. Phyllis finds it unbelievable that they are standing up for her family's adversary. According to Lauren, there are aspects of the case that she is unaware of. Gawping, Phyllis asks, "What am I unaware of? What are you aware of? Tell me." Victor looks at the artwork of him, his wife, Victoria, Claire, and Cole at the ranch. Cole hopes that his inclusion won't bother him. Victor says he's a part of it and requests a private conversation. Claire queries Nikki about that. Victor isn't threatening to challenge Cole to a boxing battle, Nikki hopes. Even he can't deny how much Cole loves you, she says with a smile. Victor informs Cole in the sitting room that everyone is welcome because it's Christmas. Cole expects another discussion about avoiding Victoria. "I may surprise you," adds Victor. He mentions that Victoria has previously dated guys who didn't deserve her and that he is very protective of his family. According to Cole, he would never harm Victoria. Victor is now aware of that. He cannot deny their sexual relationship or the fact that he is Claire's excellent father. According to Cole, they are his family. Victor states that he will not obstruct his daughter's relationship or prevent them from creating a family. After he and Michael went behind his back, he was furious with him. "I was upset." However, after observing him, he believes he is a decent man. "You look after my daughter well, don't you?" He shakes his hand to welcome him into the family. Cole will not disappoint him. Nikki and Claire announce a Christmas miracle in the living room. They all decide at Sharon's house to hold off on telling Daniel and Lucy the news. The wound won't be opened on Christmas. The realization that Christmas has arrived shakes Sharon. "I wish I had done more for you two over the holidays." Mariah and Faith are sympathetic because of all she has gone through. Sharon claims that her entire outlook has evolved. She can breathe for the first time in months. That is the only present they require. Sharon is still determined to take action. Faith and Mariah are game. Faith is fully aware of their needs. At society, Phyllis pulls up a chair at Michael and Lauren's table. Michael informs her that fresh information challenges all of their preconceived notions about this case. The investigation may be being reopened by the police. Michael clarifies that the authorities are taking this seriously in response to Phyllis's protests. To ensure their safety, Chance might even park a police car outside Daniel's flat. They ought to have shielded them from Sharon, according to Phyllis. She should let the cops perform their duties, Michael advises. She must stop concentrating on Sharon. She will be sorry for what she did when the fresh proof is revealed. "The hell I will," replies Phyllis, and stalks off. Phyllis, Lauren, Michael, YNR. Nick enters Sharon's house carrying a Christmas tree from the tree farm after they had taken down the decorations. "Oh, how festive," exclaims Tessa as she arrives. She clarifies that Aria, who was worn out, is with the sitter. She expresses her happiness after hearing the news to Sharon. "I almost lost all of this," exclaims Sharon. She has learned from this that they should cherish each moment they spend together. She gives her daughters a hug. "Girls, Happy Christmas." Claire asks Victor if he and Cole had a good conversation at the ranch. He claims that her father is a decent man. Cole gives Victor and Nikki presents from him. Nikki's is an Elizabeth Barrett Browning first edition. Cole claims that, like Nikki, she loved with all of her heart. Victor pulls out his book. It is Muhammad Ali's autobiography, signed by the legendary athlete. He has changed. Cole believes that giving the tale of one great to another was fitting. He receives a fist pump of approval from Victor. Claire is informed by Nikki that her gift will arrive in the morning. Is Santa bringing it? She asks. The Appaloosa horse will be at the barn in the morning, Nikki discloses. Claire exclaims, "This is so amazing." "Many thanks." Nikki praises Cole, "Good job with the books," while Victor shows her pictures of the animal. How was his conversation with Victor? She asks. Cole claims that his belief in Christmas miracles is growing. Nick brings the tree at Faith's request at Sharon's house, and they all take ornaments from a box. Sharon can't recall the angel that Tessa finds. She believes Cassie is the sender. According to Nick, she always watches out for her and their entire family. Mariah senses that Cassie is with them, grinning down at them. "Invariably," replies Nick. After hanging it on the tree, Sharon goes upstairs to retrieve some of Cassie's most beloved ornaments. Mariah informs Nick that she is regaining her focus. Nick concurs. She is now certain that she did not cause Heather's death. They have faith that Michael will discover a means to demonstrate the truth. Not only for Sharon, but also for Lucy and Daniel. They are entitled to know Heather's killer. Faith believes her mother is returned. That's all she needs for tonight. Michael and Lauren at Society concur that Phyllis's grief must be intolerable and that her rage is warranted. They discuss Fun and Scotty. They will give them a call tomorrow, and they are doing fine. Lauren inquires as to whether he believes Phyllis will remain out of this case. "I hope she finds something to divert her attention. The issue is that Phyllis isn't very good at letting things go when it comes to Sharon. The amount of history there is excessive." Lauren thinks that being aware of the new information will cause her to think again. "When has she ever stopped talking?" Michael asks. Lauren says, "Never." The tree has been trimmed at Sharon's house, and Tessa is excited for Arya to see the decorations tomorrow. Sharon expresses gratitude to them for improving her mood. When Phyllis shows there, they want to know if it's too late to call Noah. "Of course you're here," she replies as Nick opens the door. "Naturally." "Shouldn't you be at home with your family?" says Sharon. Michael informed Phyllis that there is fresh material that may lead to a reopening of the investigation into Heather's death. "What on earth are you doing?" They are prepared to ignite the tree at the ranch. When Victor presses a button, the room's lights turn off. The tree then becomes illuminated. Cole exclaims, "Wow." It appears to be from a movie, according to Claire. She longs for her mother to be present. Cole promises that they will spend all upcoming holidays together. They exchange Merry Christmas greetings. Phyllis tells Sharon that she ought to be in a prison cell at her house. According to Mariah, her mother is not attempting to pull any tricks. According to Faith, she ought to be with Daniel and Lucy. Since it's the first holiday without Heather because of Sharon, Phyllis claims she was earlier, giving them a holiday of sorts. She gripes that the blonde keeps making excuses. Sharon claims she was mistaken. "I'm innocent. I didn't kill anyone. Heather was killed by someone else."